Hi all, welcome back to my channel. It is Ian here in a beautiful sunny Beijing. I am a Scottish person living in Beijing, and this channel is about sharing some of my everyday adventures with you as I explore Beijing and also China when I get the chance. So in Beijing, we have been recently in a sort of lockdown thing due to the recent COVID outbreak. Now things are now getting back under control and cases have dropped, and so Beijing is opening back up. Woohoo! So this opening back up is a gradual process. It's very similar to how it has been done in the cities in the West when they opened up from being in lockdown, like so London, some New York, Paris, Munich. Everybody talk about pop music. Anyway, I can't believe I just said that musical reference out loud. Anyway, I mentioned the gradual opening because some of the silly comments that I sometimes get on with goes in the opinions below some of the videos. Some people leave some odd comments, some really stupid comments. Most of the time, I just delete them. Why waste my energy and time? I honestly never understand why people can hate when they have never made the effort to really try and understand something. But I suppose that is a natural discourse. After all, our brains are designed to protect us, so any thought to force a deeper reflection, a difference of opinion, or to accept something that doesn't fit the narrative that was given to you, then the brain can throw up the old protective thoughts that form into hate mongering. And I was in a parking space there and somebody was trying to park in, which is why I thought, what's going on? Anyway, it's your choice if you want to hate. What I don't get is the hate and the racism. I guess fighting amongst ourselves keeps us busy while the people pickpocket our wallets and take our money. Anyway, ignore me, I'm just off in one. So let's get back to business. I'm just back from getting a wee haircut from my local barbers, which cost me 58 RMB, and that is about £7 sterling. So it's actually not that bad. It's in line with some cheap barbers in the UK. Going for my haircut reminds me of the first time I went to the barbers in China. And while they were cutting my hair, they would pause, then hoover my hair. Honestly, I kid you not. They would use a vacuum to suck the loose hair off my head. In a strange way, it makes sense. When you actually stop and think about it, vacuuming the loose hair off my head, it kind of makes sense in a way. Anyway, since then I've moved to a different part of the city, so I don't really use that barbers, but it did get me thinking about going back to visit where I previously lived in Beijing, and I also thought I could couple that with an attempt to do some street photography. Now, hear me out here. I'm not the best at street photography. I was also due to go out on a street walk in Beijing with a well-renowned photographer who lives just on the edge of Beijing, but runs workshops in Beijing city. His name is Francois Nadeau, and he does have an amazing photography portfolio, so check his work out. I'll leave that link in the section below. The walk was cancelled because of the COVID restrictions, but now things are changing and the restrictions are being lifted, so I am hoping that I can book back into one of Francois' sessions, because honestly I know nothing about photography, but I do want to learn. So what I thought I would do today is have a wee bash. A wee bash is Scottish for an attempt. A wee bash at shooting some street photography and see how I get on. As someone who knows nothing about the subject and has no clue about what he is doing, and is actually quite shy, so I'm a bit nervous about taking people's photographs. Anyhow, I am going to have a wee bash so that when I do get the chance to go out later, when I do the street photography session with Francois, then I can see how much I've improved with this learning. If you want to join me on this adventure, then stay tuned and keep watching and let me know what you think of the photographs that I take, because guess what? I will share them with you. good, bad or indifferent. Note, today is very hot, and so please bear with me and my inability as a blue Scottish person to deal effectively with the heat. Okay, let's do this. And incidentally, the reason why I've been looking a little bit mobile is because I am on a bike. Let's do this. So it is hot and I've gone and got myself lost, but I want to get in that direction, so I'm having to turn back. It seems really strange to be back here after maybe 4 or 5 years since being here, because things have changed a lot and it's really a lot more quieter, and there has been a pandemic and it is coming back from being closed, but even then there was a lot more hustle bustle, more shops, so it seems very, very quiet. So it's different, it's sort of different. Yeah, I used to live right here, and this Starbucks coffee place was well shopped, just in here in the left hand side is where I used to live. So things have really dramatically changed, but that's China for you, changes quickly. Used to walk this road every morning to go get the metro at Suchley. Different. So it's actually quite disappointing, or sad. I would say sad, because this is, if you like, one of the areas that I would walk through when I used to go from where I lived to get the metro station. It's all blocked off now because of the pandemic, and used to walk through and it was restaurants and there's a nice little pub there and stuff, but it looks like it's all changed. In fact, on the right hand side, where you can see most people, that's actually now a supermarket, and it never used to be a supermarket, full of food and everything, and it's great, but it never used to be a supermarket. It used to be, if I remember right, a clothing store stroke a toy store, if I remember right. So things change. The pandemic here has changed a lot of things in the same way as it changed things in the West. I used to walk this road and across this rail track almost every single day, and it's an amazing rail track. Actually, it goes into the distance there. You can see there was a factory and a big chimney. So way back in the day, there was obviously some goods coming back and forward here. But every day I would walk across this railway track, kind of traditional. So I'm going to hot, as I said, excuse me, Scottish person, heat, not a good thing. But I'm going to cycle back home to where I live now. This has been an interesting trip. I don't think my photography is that fantastic, so I definitely need the help from a session. That's the metro station over there, noisy. So I definitely need the help from a street photography session, and I definitely need the guts to be able to pull out my bigger camera, because I was just most of the time using my iPhone, because I'm still a little bit shy, but I need to go over that. The other thing is that the one thing that I've learned is you always need to be ready to take a shot, because there was a lot of times where I would walk and say, oh, that would be a great shot if only I was ready to take the picture. So that's what I've learned today. If any of you, let me know. I will share the photographs with you coming up right now. This is Ian. Take care. Peace out.
You could try to play it, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less. You check as I'm chess, what's happening next? Yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson. He got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold an obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I'll leave an impression and take your redemption. Just kill no discretion. Your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression.